Hey everybody, and welcome to the lounge, all my fellow loungers, chillers, ballers, and grillers. Tom's here next to me. Are you on camera? Can't see because the sun's burning my retina right now. He's here because I'm doing a Q&A today. He's going to read the questions to me. I'm going to answer them naturally.
That I am.
But before we get started, I want to shout out the podcast yet again because we need some followers and some people listening to these. It's on podbean.com. It's on Spotify, it's on iTunes.
Just go there, search Larry's Loungecast, or you can use the links that are provided in the description.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, we're only going to get better and better at doing these.
Well, that's implying it's not already great.
Oh, it's great already. Yeah, but we're still far from the top.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not that far of a jump. It's great. Listen to it.
Yeah, and the thing is that we're going to have Jesse as a regular on it, McJuggernuggets, me, Joe, and Big Brother. When he can make it, he won't be there this week because he's on vacation somewheres.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. So anyway, guys,
Talking to the disembodied voice.
What's that?
You're talking to the disembodied voice.
What?
I'm not on the camera, so I'm disembodied.
Man, he confuses me sometimes. I don't know who I'm talking to sometimes. I'm talking to the disembodied voice, I guess. Anyway, guys, let's get into these questions because we got a ton of them. Don't forget to say who's saying it too.
Right, just their name or their actual Twitter handle.
Man, my retina's burnt. And I know people say, hey, don't put your, instead of putting your hand there, turn your hat around. I guess it is the same thing if I go like that, but if I don't go like that, at least you can see my face. If I turn it around, you see the shadow there. Go ahead, Tom.
So, name or Twitter handle?
Their Twitter handle.
Okay. So, first question comes from Quinn15708H12. Do you have a wife?
I wonder if you're a new person that, you know what I mean, that doesn't know me or anything. Yes, I'm married. I've been married since 29 years now. It'll be this August. Yes, I'm very happily married. She just doesn't like to be in videos, doesn't want to be in videos, so I respect that. We always got to respect what somebody else's wishes are. So, yeah, I am married and very happily married.
At Mr. Fossils Gaming asks, what's all this going on with Dominic and why did it occur?
Okay, I'm not going to get into all this stuff. I will say this. It started out with just a tweet that Swift made. He was just making a joke. Dom got mad at him, obviously, and blocked him. But I had liked the joke, and I had said something. I said I thought it was pretty damn funny. I think I first said, "Oh, he blocked you," and then I said, "It's pretty funny." I said, and then I got blocked after that, which I don't understand why I got blocked because I liked the joke. I mean, I always liked Dom. I didn't think he was a bad guy. I always had a problem with him about his botting because, to me, he's part of a big problem that happened. And like me and a lot of other YouTubers, when we get sub-purged and everything, it's because of people like Dom. It's because of people who actually botted subs. And then we all pay the price of that. And I think it should tick off a lot of people because that's why that happens, is because of people like Dom. And it kind of makes me mad, but I that's what the joke was about that Swift made that I liked because even Dom admits the botting. So I don't understand what his problem is just because he can't take a joke. I don't know. But that's what that's about anyway.
Next question from Monique84.
Okay.
How long do you think you'll be making YouTube videos for?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I've said this from the very beginning. I'll make YouTube videos as long as I am having fun making the videos. And there was a time that I wasn't having as much fun, and I stopped making videos and stuff. It was right around. Did my dad just pass away at that point too?
I think so.
I think it was around that time. I was going through a very difficult time. And I shouldn't have said I'm quitting YouTube. I should have said I need to take a break around that time, right? And I didn't. I don't have any plans on quitting. As long as we have fun doing it, that's the most important thing. It's not about, how many views we get, even though that does, we want to see good views on the videos, but it's always going to be about having fun making videos.
We like seeing that you guys enjoy our videos.
Yes.
So next question is from, hold on.
Okay.
From Mrs. Dixon 99, favorite challenge you've done?
Favorite challenge? I would have to say, even though I sucked at I think almost every single challenge we've ever done, the try not to laugh challenge, it's just because it's a blast, because you're laughing the whole time when you're doing that. So it's kind of a neat challenge to do. But we've done a lot of really good challenges. The hot pepper is probably a great video to watch, the hot pepper challenge, but it was not a good video for me to do. I don't really like hot stuff at all, and I really don't like it now.
DZTX82 asks, favorite food and drink?
Well, I think we know about the drink, Corona. Favorite food? I have a lot of favorite ones, but pizza is probably my absolute favorite.
Tristar YT asks, what do you think of YouTube's current position?
We kind of hit this in our podcast. If you watch our first podcast, we talk about YouTube and the current. Isn't it? What was it called? Our title
It's like
was
the state of YouTube.
The state of YouTube. So we kind of hit all that. So if you really want our in-depth opinions on that, listen to our first podcast.
Once again, on Podbean, Spotify, and iTunes. Just look up Larry's Loungecast or follow the links in the description.
Yeah, because I think we gave some pretty good insight, and it wasn't just me. It was also Jesse, JT, and Joe talking about it also. And I think you would like that.
Next question comes from Nico Suave 115. Can I come work for you in the summer, as in filming, editing, acting, any of those things? Smiley face.
If you worked for free, because a lot of people don't understand is like, because you look at Social Blade and you see what they put down there for how much you make and stuff like that. That's not true. It's not the high end. It's usually somewhere in the middle. The amount of money that we make, this is Tom's job. He edits. He what else do you do?
Produce.
Make
sure you guys stay on track.
Yeah, which is kind of important, right?
Yeah, that's probably the hardest job.
And editing, some of the videos are hard to edit.
Yes.
He does all that stuff. So I know very little about editing or thumbnails and all that stuff. Tom does that. That's his job. Besides, he does a little freelance stuff, but that's all the money that we make on that, which isn't a whole lot, goes towards Tom, and I pay Joe to be in videos, because Joe's time is very important to him. I don't get very much money. If some months I don't get anything at all, because I have to take out money for taxes and stuff like that. So there you go. I wish you could work for me, but we don't really have a position for you, and we don't really do stuff where we need an extra person to film.
Not really.
Like we don't, our series, we did one series, but we're not going to get into that.
Yes, we're getting off track. Next question comes from Lord Quacksmith. What is your favorite thing about recording and sharing videos for your fans?
My favorite thing is when I get a reply that says that they laugh so hard that they peed themselves, or they laugh so hard. One of my friends hit me up in a DM and said that they have asthma and they had to use their inhaler because they watched one of our videos, and that is what drives me. That's what makes me. I really only want to make people laugh. I mean, when you make somebody else feel good, it makes you feel good. Did I answer that question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next question comes from Angry Brother. What's you and Joe's
Why are you so angry, man?
What's you and Joe's favorite video on your channel?
I don't know. I can't speak for Joe as far as the favorite video on this channel, because Joe, he loves a lot of them. But my favorite video out of all our videos that we did, there's a few of them, but I would say my favorite one is going to be Slappy Halloween, which we did not get very many views, which was very disappointing on that one. But it was my favorite, and I have to say Slappy Halloween because of the whole complete thing. We had a series, we were doing it weekly, but not each individual one. I don't think there was one that was so much funnier than the others, but I think it was the combined when we made it, because it was like one little movie that we made, and that's my favorite.
Speaking of favorites, what was your favorite part of MVE and scene?
My favorite part of MVE, I would have to say, is the Brotherhood and the fight scene that we did on that day over at on this certain property that we were at with all the Regina's crew and Jesse, of course, was there, and Swift. The reason why that was my favorite one is because these guys were really cool. They were really good guys in it. And you know what? I'm going to shout out their channel right now. If you get a chance, subscribe to their channel. These guys are really some good guys, and they were fun to work with. Good.
All right. Well, I personally don't like this question. What's your most favorite prank that you ever pulled?
Oh. Yeah, it depends on who it is. For Tom, my favorite prank that I pulled on Tom was probably the cheese ball one, when we threw the cheese ball stuff all over you and it stuck.
I remember.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite ones. Also got him real good with water balloons dropping on his head too. I like that one. Other than that, I think the other one was, I thought that was an elaborate prank that we pulled on Jesse that time when we strapped him to the chair and we poured syrup over top of his head. It was called the
Sticky chicken ambush prank.
Sticky chicken. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that real fast. Sticky chicken ambush prank. That was a good one too.
All right. Next question comes from next question 3. Do you have a dream car?
Next question 3. A dream car? I'll tell you what. If I could have my car back from when I was younger, my first car that I ever bought was a 1965 Mustang. If I could have that one back, that would be my dream car.
Next from the Moderator 19.
The Moderator.
Have you ever been to the UK?
No. I have not. Been to Switzerland.
All right. Next up comes from Real G Diamond. How did you and Joe come up with the idea of starting a podcast? Also, just want to say I love listening to Larry's Loungecast. By far, one of my favorites. Subscribe to Larry's Lounge with post notifications on.
Oh, well, you're all...
This is all directly in that tweet. Quote for quote.
I like that guy. We should. Do I follow him? Because we should follow that person. I have to say that the original idea of a podcast came from Jesse. He had said it a long time ago that me and Joe should start or Joe and I should start a podcast up, and we were very intimidated doing it because we know nothing. We knew nothing. We know a little bit, tiny bit now, but we knew nothing about getting into this. And when you go into that unknown, uncharted waters, you're a little bit intimidated, and you don't know where you start at. You know, and it's like, oh, where do we even start? I don't know. So again, you're Googling a lot of stuff, trying to learn as much as you can. We learned some things right away, and I'm sure we have a ton of things to learn still.
All right, next one from Brandy33. What's your favorite types of videos to create?
Well, I know who Brandy is, and thank you, Brandy. What's up? Our favorite videos, again, are... I love comedy. Unfortunately, on YouTube, comedy doesn't seem, especially our comedy, because we're old school comedy, they don't do very well view-wise. So we make them, but we can't make them on a constant. And our comedy also has a tendency that it would probably get demonetized. Because we, like, Scary Safety Guy, like that one didn't, but I could see where, or I did one where I fell off, pretended I fell off the roof, and we threw the dummy off the roof. Remember, Tom? Mm-hmm. And we had to take it down because it'll get demonetized, because, you know, they're going to say that, oh, little kids watching that and they could think that they could fly off a roof. So we have to take that one down. I think we took, did we take any, I don't think we took any other funny videos down, just questionable ones. But humor is my absolute favorite thing to do. Funny videos. The thing is like they don't. I don't know why they don't get views. They don't. Like as soon as you put like the angry guys, and well, with the angry guys you understand because they drop a lot of F-bombs, so that's why they don't get views. But the drunk guys, which we had to change their name to the party guys, right? Is that their name now, or the slappy guys? We had to change our
Kinda.
name because they were getting demonetized, and it's because you show a beer on the camera, and the thing, or you can't have the word "the drunk guys" on there, and you get demonetized. Now we always got our monetization back, but the problem is when they first go out, that's when the influx of views come. Wasn't having any ads on it, we weren't making any money off of that at all. Not to say that we're not going to do stuff like that, because we are, but it goes low on the burner as opposed to every other video. But I would say those two characters, and I think as soon as you put a wig on your head, people don't want to watch it. And it's not about the wig. I keep looking over at Tom, because it's like I'm talking to him, but I'm really talking to you guys. As soon as you put on a wig, I think it's like people deem that it's a skit, so we're not in the skits, we're not watching it. That's what it seems like to me, and it's unfortunate because, I think that me and Joe are funny, or Joe and I. I hate English, but I think we're both funny. But I guess maybe we're only funny in our own minds to a lot of people. Go ahead, Tom.
Next question comes from Sing a Song 55. How's the recovery from your leg so far?
It was doing great until I went back to work, which was just yesterday. And I only worked a half a day, so it wasn't too bad yesterday. But today I worked a full day, and I have this pain right around my kneecap that I never had before. And I'm hoping it's just because I was standing a lot today, and my knee was hanging down. I should have it up right now for a lot of today. So I'm going to have to put some ice on it, and hopefully it'll be okay. So before this, though, everything was great. We'll see.
Next question comes from Omar Barry 1209.
I know who Omar is.
When did you meet McJuggernuggets?
Huh? Shortly after his birth. I'm his uncle.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot I could elaborate on that question.
Over.
I need a new question.
The next one is from C. Stafford 580.
Okay.
If you could be any type of sandwich, what would it be?
What? A sandwich? Why would I want to be a sandwich? I don't want nobody eating me. That's a bizarre question. It doesn't even make any sense. I won't be no sandwich.
And the next question comes from T. Atkinson 620. If you had a genie, would it look like Will Smith, and what wishes would you make?
If I had a genie, would it look like Will Smith? No, he's kind of scary looking genie. And what wishes would I make? That name sounds familiar. Could you tell me it again?
T. Atkinson 620.
Oh, all right, Tyler. What wishes would I make? My first wish. Do you get one?
Genies usually give 3.
My first wish would be that I would get an unlimited amount of wishes.
That's usually against the rules.
Well, that's messed up. My first wish then would be good health for me and my family for the rest of eternity.
All right, well, there's one.
Second would be probably be rich.
All right, there's 2.
Third one, you're rich, you got health, and I think the third one most important one would be is that me and my family would be happy for the rest of our lives, even though that's eternity.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, next question comes from Crimson Piranha. Is Tom ever going to move the wood?
That's a good question. Are you?
Maybe.
It's like, what is today? The 19th?
Something like that.
It's the 19th, and you haven't moved any of the wood other than that little pile yet. Oh!
All right, and this last one is going to come from Some Fun Times.
Some fun times.
What is your number one favorite dish that you enjoyed making for chilling and grilling?
Wow, we had a lot of... okay, I'm going to bring up one. My absolute favorite one, and me and Joe talk about this all the time, was when we made homemade pizza. And one of the reasons why that's my favorite and always will be my favorite is because we had a really close friend of mine who was down from, matter of fact, from Jesse's videos, he was the man in the RV. But he's my friend from high school, and he was in the video of doing the pizza, and when we went to eat them, that's when he was like with his hands like this when we went to start, and I had to cut the video because I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, what are you talking about? I said, you got your hands up here. It's like Talladega Nights. It's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. And we all went in hysterics, started laughing because he literally didn't know what to do with his hands. So for some reason they came up like this. But you should check that video out because it's a pretty funny video. But that was my absolute favorite video. As far as fun times making it, if you're talking about meals themselves, I would say, oh wow, there were so many of them because we made some really great meals over the years. But I'll just say my chicken pot pie that I make is one of my favorite meals to make because I love it. And a lot of people that eat it or have tasted it love it also. So I would say that that's my favorite meal if I'm going to say, if we're talking about that. But anyway, that's the last question we're going to take for today. Thank you guys to all you guys who asked these questions. I love it. Love giving you guys some insight on what goes on and you know what we're about and everything. Don't forget, guys, to subscribe for one. Hit that post notification bell and that like button. It's important to us. Also, our podcast is Podbean. This is my third time, right? Podbean.com, Spotify, and iTunes. Comes out every Saturday around noontime Eastern. It's not standard anymore because it's daylight, right? So it's what, Eastern?
It's still standard.
Oh, Eastern Standard Time. There you go. Noontime Eastern Standard Time. Every Saturday is when we're coming out with a podcast. So support us through this endeavor that we're doing right now. I'm excited about it. Joe's excited about it. Jesse's excited about it. We're hitting some really good stuff. Who knows what topic we're going to hit this week? Maybe it might be about lying. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing a...
What about tigers?
Lion, tigers, or bears. It could be about any one of those. You never know what our podcast is going to be about. So listen to it. I think we're kind of entertaining. Till next time, guys, grab yourself something cold to drink. Put your feet up and relax. I'll meet you at the lounge. Oh, hold it. I forgot to say one thing. There's also something new that's going to be coming out with Candace and me. We're going to do some videos that'll be coming out. Hopefully we're going to be shooting one this week, and I hope you guys look forward to it. All I can tell you is it's going to have something to do with spilling the tea. So now, until next time, grab yourself some cold to drink. Put your feet up and relax. I'll meet you at the lounge.